What's up, everyone? Um, Here with you on a Saturday night. I'm sitting down in my chair, so you know something different's about to happen other than me playing APBA football. I decided to get into a Yahoo fantasy football draft. 10 teams, one quarterback, two receivers, two running backs, tight end, um, kicker, defense, and a flex. 15 roster spots. It was $20 to get in. First prize is $100. It's 10 teams. So, I'm not going to Vegas this year to play in the high stakes league like I normally do. So I thought I'd get into a couple of these over the next couple of weekends and maybe try to record the draft. So that's what we're going to do here. I did get the first pick in this draft. Actually, Andy Barons is talking about it on the screen right now. I hope you're not hearing the sound. I hope you're hearing me instead. And Christian McCaffrey seems to be the not consensus, because in a lot of the drafts I've seen or been in, I've seen CeeDee Lamb go first most of the about half the time. I'm not much of a Christian McCaffrey fan this year. I think he's going to be great when he plays. I'm just worried about how much playing time he's going to get, seeing as how he got like 450 carries last year, something ridiculous, including the playoffs. So I may bypass him. I don't want to get too cute and pick someone that I really like Bijan or Jamar Chase. Those are the two that I think I like the most. I may pick Tyreek here. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, is take Tyreek as soon as this draft starts. Minute and a half and it starts. And then try to build some kind of a hero or no running back type of draft. It's 10-team league, so the depth at running back, the later guys I really like in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th round will be there. I feel like I got to have at least one running back, so that's why Bijan is kind of making me think about taking him right here. I don't know if I'll have any teams this year with Breece Hall, so I'm thinking about taking Breece Hall just to get him in there. But we got about a minute to go. Anybody out there play fantasy? If you do you know of hero or zero running back? Have you tried them? Last year I tried it for the very first time. I was married to running backs for my first 29, 30 years of playing fantasy. Well, this is my 34th year of playing. So my first 33 years, I was all about running backs, or 32 years. And then last year I decided to switch to hero or zero running backs in my home leagues, 6 home leagues that I was in, head-to-head home leagues. And I made money in every league. Like I only won one championship, but I made more than I paid to get in the league in all 6 leagues. And I'm going to continue that this year and go hero is what I like the most, which is where you take one running back, in the first couple rounds, and then you don't take another one for 6 or 7 rounds. You get all your receivers, you get your flex, you get your tight end maybe. This quarterbacks are only 4 points per touchdown, so I can let quarterbacks slide a little bit. They don't matter as much. So we got 7 seconds here. I think I'm going to take Tyreek here. I'm going to let somebody else worry about Christian McCaffrey. So here we go. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and take Tyreek Hill. CeeDee Lamb's contract scares me a little bit, to be honest with you, so I'm not touching that. Let me go to the draft results board. Here we go. So McCaffrey goes second. It should be CeeDee Lamb third. We'll see. Is everybody here? Oh, there's only 2 robot teams. That's pretty good for Yahoo. I'm not a big fan of Yahoo's, just their whole thing. I think it's kind of ugly. And I don't like how way over here on the right, I don't like how I can only see 5 rounds. I mean, the whole thing is just kind of ugly. So Bijan goes 4th. Breece Hall will probably go next, because Bijan and Breece almost always go back to back in these drafts. Depending on what the guy, yeah, there he goes. That's what I figured. And then Jamar Chase should go and Justin Jefferson should go. I mean, it's the same, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys that go in the top in the first round, just depending on what order. So this is a snake draft. I'm going to draft first. It's going to go all the way back around, and then I'm going to draft second and third. I'm going to back-to-back picks right here. And I don't know. You'll just hear me kind of chatter as we go through this. So far, everything looks to be pretty chalk in terms of who's going. I would assume Justin Jefferson is next. And again, this is a $20 Yahoo league, so there's not exactly... Oh, everybody's on. Wow, no robot teams. That's pretty amazing. Oh, I'm on Raw. Okay. This is $20 league on Yahoo. So again, first prize is $100, second prize is $60, third prize you get your money back, and Yahoo makes $20 off of it. Again, I just something to do, I guess. Some more I just like drafting. My big problem is I love drafting. So anybody that asks me to be in their league, it's a pretty good chance I say yes. just because I love drafting. And then you get after the draft and the week 1 starts and you get to that realization of, oh no, now I have to run this team. And that's kind of rough. But we'll see how this goes. So we got Jefferson. I assume AJ Brown is going to go next. Let's go to the players section here. You got Jonathan Taylor, AJ Brown, Garrett. So you got some good players out here. By the time he gets back to me, I'm going to be down in probably this range down here. I may grab one of these running backs just to have that hero build, maybe a running back and a receiver if I can. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what else is going on here. Draft results. So AJ Brown does go next. 10th. Jonathan Taylor. Is he going to take 2 running backs? Okay, Garrett Wilson. So far, everything looks pretty good. I'm glad that all 10 people are here. I was really afraid there was going to be like 4 auto picks. And the thing I don't like with auto picks is how, when it comes to an auto pick, whoever's at the very top goes to an auto pick. And that makes it kind of rough sometimes when I'm looking at that first guy and hoping, hey, maybe nobody will take him, knowing that there's an auto pick coming that's going to take him. So I'm going to try not to chatter the entire time here as we watch this draft, but I get nervous with dead air. So I'm probably going to talk a lot. So Taylor, one of the things I do love about watching the first 3 or 4 rounds of fantasy drafts, and believe me, I watch a ton, is I love watching how people build their team. Like so far, these guys are all pretty boring in terms of having 1 running back and 1 receiver. There you go. So I love a good 2 receiver start. I love even more a 3 receiver start. I think it's fun to watch. When I was, like I said, back in the day, I used to just go running back. Sometimes I'd go running back. And it worked for a long time. But over the past 4 or 5 years, as the NFL has gone more pass happy, it's just, and the running backfields are now split a lot more. You don't have very many guys that are like the guy. Like Breece Hall, Derrick Henry. That's kind of risky, in my opinion. There you go. Bijan and Isaiah Pacheco. Pacheco going in the 2nd round. That is super early. Let me switch over here. Man, I don't know if I want to take Kyren Williams. What is it? 2 picks to me? Yeah, 2 picks to get to me. And Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans. So that's going to leave me ETN if I want. I like ETN. So who just went? Let's see. Draft results. So it was Kyren. So I'm going to take, let's see. I think I'm going to take ETN to get my running back. And then I think I'm going to go with, Debo. I've been really liking Debo. I could go with Drake London. Drake London is, they're both bye week 12. I know that shouldn't matter, but I do try to avoid that. You know what? I think I'm going to take Drake London. I'm really curious what he's going to do with Kirk Cousins. I feel like he's got the best quarterback of everybody who's still left up here. So let's go with London. And we'll start with Tyreek Hill. Oh, week 12 buys anyway. Let's start with Tyreek Hill, Drake London, Travis Etienne. I mean, Tyreek Hill's a ton of yards and touchdowns. Drake London has the potential to get like 100 catches with Kirk Cousins, especially since they got rid of that terrible head coach of theirs. And then Etienne is just, there's nobody behind Travis Etienne in terms of taking carries or catches from him. I don't know if he's going to be a true 3-down guy, but he's going to be pretty close. Let's go back to the board here. Oh, look at that. Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board in the 3rd round. Quarterbacks are only 4 points per touchdown passing in this league. So you want to try to get a rushing quarterback. I like to stack players. So meaning I like to have a quarterback and a wide receiver or a tight end and a quarterback from the same team. Right now I've set myself up for Tua or Kirk Cousins to be my starter. I don't know if I like that too much. What I might do on my next time around is take a look at Kyler Murray and is Marvin Harrison gone? How is Marvin Harrison Jr. not gone? Did I miss something? Oh, there he is. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say. So that guy might want to take Kyler also because stacking is a bit of a thing nowadays. Maybe it's overplayed just a little bit. I just like doing it because then I can get the NFL Sunday ticket. And I can watch my teams. I can watch my quarterback running back combo. So a lot of these teams have 2 receivers, much like myself, 2 receivers and a running back. I mean, this is a pretty big start right here. Wide receiver gets pretty bad after the 4th or 5th round. So this is kind of rough here. Although there's only 2 wide receivers starting this league, not 3. Let's see. Olave. A lot of Ohio State wide receivers out there. It's hilarious. I mean, I see what, 1, 2, 3, 4 Ohio State wide receivers on the board right now in the first 3 rounds. That's great. All right, Ayuk goes. Boy, I would love for Debo to get back to me. Oh, never mind. He goes there. See, I like that guy's start. Jonathan Taylor, Garrett Wilson, Debo Samuel. I'll tell you what, I'm a little surprised at the. I thought a $20 league on Yahoo was going to bring in just some, maybe 3 or 4 people who don't know what they're doing. But these look like all good teams. This one, if these 2 guys can stay healthy, this is a pretty good team. This one, I'm not a big Kelsey fan this year. Not a big Derrick Henry fan this year. Not a big Josh Jacobs fan. He scares the crap out of me. Not bad. I think I like this one a lot. See, this one's pretty good. I might just zig or zag just because everybody's doing the same thing I'm doing, and I don't like doing that. I don't like doing the same as everybody else because then I'm either going to finish, 3rd or 8th. I'm not going to finish first because of the likelihood of everybody doing the same thing as me could finish ahead of me. If that made sense. It made sense in my head. So we're still moving here. 4th round. Where'd Puka go? Puka. Okay, so Puka goes in the 2nd round. He's injured. He's been falling a little bit. Again, 15 rounds. Oh, there's your 2nd quarterback. See that? Usually the guy that takes AJ Brown takes Jalen Hurts. I bet you he thought Hurts might fall that far. Yeah, it's not going to take. I probably won't take a quarterback unless he likes like Lamar or something like that. In a 4-point per passing touchdown league, if you can get a running quarterback, you're doing a lot better than the guys that are just taking those pocket passers. See, I don't like this. This is just kind of giving up. It's like, you should have taken a receiver here. I call it, I don't call it this. It's called the running back dead zone by a lot of people. It's like rounds 4 through 6, where all those running backs in there, just none of them, the percentage that they're going to hit is so low that it's better to take something other than running back in those rounds. I remember last year I was in a Yahoo league with 12 teams. I didn't take my first running back until the 8th round. I think I finished 3rd in that league. All right. Oh, Nico. Okay, so it's coming back to me. Let's see who's available. I don't like Mahomes this year. I don't want to take Lamar Jackson because then I got to root for him, and as a Browns fan, that's kind of tough. I wonder why Pittman's falling. Why would Pittman be falling? Standings. Whoops. Draft results. I mean, this guy's got to take Pittman, right? He's got 2 running backs and a quarterback. He's got to take Pittman. Why is he taking so long? Yeah, he took Pittman. I was going to say, he's got to take Pittman here. So, what I might do, I don't want to homer it and take Cooper. But I'm definitely going to do that. Man, is Lamar Jackson the best player on the board right now? I think I'm going to take Cooper and Jackson. Actually, I think I'm going to take Devonta Smith and Jackson. These Houston receivers scare me. There's 3 of them. You can't get 3 guys all good stats. One of them is going to suffer. I'm going to take Devonta Smith. And I think I'm going to take Lamar Jackson. Which, that's surprising. I did not expect to take Lamar Jackson. I thought I was going to wait on quarterback. But rushing quarterback in a 4-point per touchdown league, I will take that all day. Standings don't matter. But I am at the top right now, so yay me. All right, back to this. There we go. Okay. All right, so what am I looking at? I know I still need running backs, but I could also use a tight end, and I would like to have another receiver to put on my bench. Again, in a no running back or a hero running back, depending on how players fall to you. Obviously, you don't necessarily want to take this like this is how I'm doing it. I'm never changing my mind. You got to be flexible, but typically what you do in a no running back or a hero running back is you take wide receiver through your flex and your first bench spot. And then you wait for those running backs at the end, grabbing 3 or 4 of them. And if one of them blows up and is really good and he goes with your current starters, you got a pretty good team. So I feel like getting Lamar Jackson really made this team really good. because he's a running quarterback. Where are we at? Middle of the fifth. If I was going to start looking at tight end already, I mean, see, I really like Trey McBride. He just went. Not a lot of tight ends on the list for a while. Kittle is way down there. Kincaid is really way down there. I like Kincaid. So there's some decent ones down there. Let's go. Can I go flex? There we go. Let's go flex. I don't need quarterback anymore. I like Aaron Jones a little bit this year, but I'm going to wait a little bit. This is the guy that I think I want to try to get. I don't know if he'll get back to me. I did a mock yesterday and he got back to me. I was really surprised. And I might, if he's there, I might take a look at him. I'll tell you what, those two right there, I'd be really happy to get as my next two. Although, one guy I don't take much of is Kenneth Walker. Could see taking him. Let's see where we're at here. All right, we're getting to the bottom of the fifth round. I'm really, like I said, I know I've repeated this a couple times. I'm really happy all 10 people showed up. I love when a league, like everybody participates. It's a half point per reception league. So running backs that catch passes are a little devalued. Let's look at the standings real quick here. So I'm second after 5 rounds. But again, I throw a tight end there. I'm doing better. So I'm not too again. And I mean, last year I was in a league where, they give you Yahoo likes to give you a grade when the draft's over. I might even get one with this one. And if it's immediate right after the draft's over, I'll put it on camera. But they like to give you a grade. And in one of my leagues last year, I got a D- because of the way I drafted. And then I won the league. So it's fun to look at the grades. It's fun to talk about the grades. But, they really don't matter too much. League neighbors. Do I want to take a second running back already? Or do I want to maybe try to go running back? I don't know. I'm not ready to take a tight end yet. Although I really like Dalton Kincaid out of Buffalo. This is Yahoo's ADP, and I'm not real impressed with it. Actually, there we go. I could sort. Oh, I was going by ranking. So this is their ADP right here. So this is kind of the average draft position for everybody. Yeah, Kincaid and Kittle actually going to be going soon based on the ADP. How are we doing here? We're about 8 picks from me. Kamara goes. I should have been sorted by ADP the whole time. Give me a better idea who's going when. Everybody says that Malik Neighbors is going to be this giant star this year. I'm probably not going to get him in many leagues, so I might just take him here, make him my 5th receiver. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have a 4th yet. I need to get through that. Okay, so I still need a 4th receiver. It could be Malik Neighbors. And I already have Drake London, so I don't necessarily want to take Pitts. Malik Neighbors just went. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's the talk of training camps nowadays. Do I have a Dallas guy? No. So let's look at Kincaid. And I still like Connor. Every year, Connor just gets it done. One of my favorite players in football, Raheem Mostert. Last year, he finally stayed healthy and he had like 22 touchdowns. He's really good. But he's got a split time with, what's his name? Devon Achane. So I'm looking at Kincaid right now. I'm hoping that he can hang out. We go back to the results. Some of these guys like 3 running backs, 2 running backs. Okay, I'm gonna be the only one. Me and this guy will be the only one with 1. Yeah, that's fine. Running backs are better when you take them later. Where are we at? 3 seconds. All right, this guy just got auto drafted. Kyler. Kincaid. Higgins goes. If we look here, so this guy already has a tight end, so I should get Kincaid. It's just a matter of who I want to take after that. Man, I don't like the receivers right here. I think I'm going to have to go with a running back. Did Connor go? Yeah, Connor just went. I don't hate Ramondre. Patriots are really, really tough to watch, but I don't hate him. I might take him even though everything inside me tells me that he's going to be the guy that kind of busts this year. Not busts, but doesn't live up to it. But he's really good. Let's go ahead and take Tank Dell. And then let's take Kincaid. All right, so that fills out basically my hero running back strategy right there. I have the one running back. I have 3 receivers, 1 in my flex. I have the 1 on my bench, and then I have the tight end could be top 5, and I have a quarterback that could be top 5. So I feel like I'm beating everybody right now with this build. All I have to do is find a running back that could potentially hit, and that's how you win the league. So, or that's how you know what? Let me put it this way. That's how you make the playoffs and you give yourself a chance to win. I mean, I had some playoff games last year. I was the number 1 seed in a 14-team league. I had the most points and the best record, and I lost in the first round of the playoffs to the 8th seed by less than a point, by like 0.3. It was very annoying. I have my TV on in front of me. I have football on, so let me switch over to Kansas City and Jacksonville. We'll see if Travis Etienne even plays. Oh yeah, he just got tackled. I think that's him, isn't it? I don't know. Yep, that's him. So Etienne's playing. Okay, good. I get to see my player that I just drafted. All right, let's go back here. What are these? Let me look at this one. Positions drafted. So, I'm really not sure what this is telling me, other than 4 teams still need a tight end, 2 still need a quarterback, 3 receivers. I have the 1 running back. I'm the only one with 1 running back. This guy has 3. Yeah. All right, let's keep it going here. All right. Najee Harris, Kyle Pitts finally goes. I hate Kyle Pitts. He's a letdown every year. Now, if they have a quarterback, he could be really good. Oh, ETN just scored a touchdown. Yay. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Preseason, first game, I know. Kansas City, I get it. But it was fun to see. I might even take a 5th wide receiver here. I might take a 5th wide receiver and then load up on running backs. Take a 5th wide receiver and my 2nd running back and then load up the rest of the way on them. I got to see who's out there. Let's see. We still got a whole round before it gets back to me here. Christian Kirk's one of my favorite players, just because he's such a points per reception magnet. And now that Calvin Ridley's gone, 2 years ago I loved Christian Kirk. Last year Ridley came in, he wasn't as good. This year Ridley's gone, and I feel like he's going to be great again. All right. Getting towards the middle of this draft. Actually, we're past the middle because it's 15 rounds and we're now in the 8th. Those of you who watch me play the APBA football, I have all of my cards set up. You can see here, all of my cards here set up in front of me. And I'm at halftime in one of the games I'm playing right now. Chicago, Minnesota. I mean, if you haven't watched before and you like the cards and dice, this has kind of become a channel of just like things that I love, football related for the most part. I opened some football cards. I'm doing a fantasy football draft. Most of it is just playing APBA football. I'm probably going to open some more football cards next weekend. I might do that every couple of weeks, buy a couple of packs or maybe buy a box and just open them for fun. Maybe try to get, I bought the 2022, whatever set it was. I don't know anything. Panini set. I don't know anything about football cards anymore. I collected them as a kid. So maybe I can just buy a couple packs here and there. And maybe I can build a set of this 2022 that isn't really that valuable to begin with. But it's more for fun than anything. All right, we got about 6 picks before we get to me. Really liking this team over here. I mean, it's a 10-team league, so you should have a better team. You know, I play in mostly 12 teams, and I have a 14-team league. And when you play in a 10-team after doing a lot of drafts with 12 and 14, your team looks like a bunch of all-pros. But so does everybody else's. All right, we're 5 picks away. I'm going to look at wide receiver and running back. I really like Jaylen Warren. Even though it's not a PPR league, I really like Jaden Reed. I really like Calvin Ridley. We're gonna take a look at those guys. Again, in the draft I did last year with my buddies, this was a round where I took my first running back. Um, so I think this one's a little bit better than that one. Come on. Where are we at? We're 4 picks away. What we got here? Ridley goes. It's kind of thing where you put like 3 or 4 guys. Warren goes. You put 3 or 4 guys on your list, and then they just go one right after another. You just get kind of sniped over and over again. So what are we going to do here? I could probably wait a little bit longer if I wanted to at running back. Definitely going to take Jaden Reed. I think I'm going to take Brian Robinson. I mean, he's Washington's starter. I know Eckler's there, but he's Washington's starter. So let's go Jaden Reed. Let's get wide receiver number 5, and I'll be done at wide receiver. And then let's take Brian Robinson. Is that who we like? I don't like him. I don't like him. And then I'm going to load up on running back after this. So there's Brian Robinson. So now my starting lineup is pretty much filled out. One thing I do not do, you'll start seeing people do it anytime now, is I do not take kickers or defenses until the very end. I do have the first week up here of the NFL schedule. All I'm looking for is which team plays a crappy quarterback in week 1. Like Cincinnati at home against whoever starts for Jacoby Brissett. He's probably going to start. So Chicago, Tennessee. Chicago's defense against Will Levis may not be too bad. Buffalo, Atlanta. Let's see. New Orleans. I actually loved New Orleans' defense last year. They'll probably get taken before I want to take a quarterback. I mean, a defense, though. Seattle, home against whatever bad pick player goes for Denver, whatever bad quarterback starts for Denver, whether it's Bo Nix, a rookie, or Zach Wilson or Jarrett Stidham. I think Seattle's defense could be the one to take. In fact, I'm gonna put a little star by them so I don't forget, because that's a pretty good one. I don't know if they're gonna go early or not. Where are they at? Yeah, they're down here. So let's just put a little star by them so I don't forget. All right, where are we at here? All right, we're getting to the top of the 9th round. See, this Jaden Daniels might be a really, that's his first quarterback. That's a really good pick. So he's got Bijan and Pacheco. It's not bad. Not a bad pick. Not a bad team. Okay. And then what I might do during the season is just check in each week and do like a recap. If I might live stream, or I say live stream. I might record 4 of these drafts, 1 each weekend on a Saturday. And then maybe I'll do a quick video during the season on like Saturday and just update you guys on how these teams are doing in case you care. I don't know. One of the things that bothers me about all the experts that I listen to on like podcasts and SiriusXM and that is they never really update you with how their teams are doing. They just talk about how their drafts are. They tell you how they already know what players are going to do good and what players are going to be terrible. And then you might hear them draft during a SiriusXM draft, although SiriusXM is awful when it comes to doing their live drafts. But they don't actually ever tell you how they did. So what I might do is I might go in every week and just do a quick, maybe 10-minute video on how my teams are doing, my plans, my free agent plans, all that good stuff. So we'll see. I don't know. I like this channel. It's kind of fun just to talk football stuff with people. All right, here we go. Are we coming back down? No, we're not coming back yet. So one guy already left. So this is an auto pick right over here. So Terrence's tip-top team. I renamed my team, by the way, to Jerry's mediocre team. Self-deprecating, I guess. Terrence said he left. He's like, all right, I've already drafted the guys I care about. I'm done. Or his power went out. I don't know. You can't tell. But this is the typical of Yahoo, where by the end of these drafts, mock drafts are the worst. But even some of these drafts, people just leave. They just, I'll let the computer pick. But we just lost another one. I feel like that gives me a bit of an advantage. But who knows? I do like Javonte. And I'm interested in Jonathan Brooks. I don't know what he can be if he comes back. I'm also interested a lot in Gus Edwards. In fact, if those 2 guys are there, those 2 guys are my next pick. But now that I put it out into the world, they'll probably get taken. Where are we at? We got about 10 picks. I'm interested in Jonathan Brooks in terms of we have an IR spot. I would love to draft him and put him on my IR and just see if he comes back. Look, a guy just took a kicker. That's such a bad move. I mean, you don't take a kicker until the last round. And that's my advice. If you take anything away from this, take your kicker in the very last round. If you're in an auction, spend your very last dollar on them. Do not Do not waste money or waste draft capital on a kicker. They're all random. They're the same. Just because Kansas City has a great offense doesn't mean Harrison Butker is going to be the best kicker, because he's going to kick a lot of extra points. So, don't take kickers already. Have we seen any defenses go yet? Because that's another bad idea. Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah, they're always the first one. This is just stupid. This guy took two. This team. Terrence's tip top team. This is what happens when you let the thing auto pick for you. All right, here we go. Come on, we're getting close. And I'll take 2 of these 3 running backs. I kind of like Zeke in terms of just he's a starter, but with CeeDee Lamb out, Dallas's offense kind of scares me a little bit. I feel like CeeDee Lamb could be a legit holdout. I don't know, but it could be like miss a couple games. Where are we at here? Oh, I really like Chase Brown. I'm hoping he gets all the way back to me. And Jerome Ford. Those guys are going to be guys that start the season, and I really like him too. Okay, there's some guys here. Let me do this. Let me kill this. Open up my queue just so I see who I have. We'll go back to the results. I think I want to build a team of just Ohio State receivers. Although they're always so good, it's hard to get, you can't get 4 or 5 of them because they go in the first couple rounds. Where are we at? All right, let's see. We got 4 picks to go. Oh, man, we've already had 2 kickers go. Oh, just waste of picks. I love doing these drafts. I love doing any draft. I'm in a slow draft right now in a NFFC league. It's a $150 team, and we're in the 4th round, I think. I just picked a little while ago, so I won't pick for a while. I have a college fantasy football slow draft starting Monday, and I'll probably I'll probably schedule a couple more drafts for the end of the year. Those are all online, and then I have all of my local leagues, which is like 6 drafts that I'll have. Most of them the last 2 weeks of like last week of August and the first week of September. But I love drafting. It's so much fun. I don't know why. It's just so much fun. All right, who just went? Javante just went. So let's start looking here. I'm almost on the clock. What do we got? So, one of my running backs went. Which one? I missed it. I'm not sure. I missed it. Oh, Javante. Yeah, Javante just went. We're almost to me. Come on. So I think I'm going to go. Boy, this would be a bit of a reach. 123. And we're still at, I guess, 100. It would be a bit of a reach. But I might take. Man, I really hope one of these 2 makes it back to me. So what I'm going to do is, that guy took Brooks. I'm going to take Gus Edwards, definitely. Where am I at with my bench? I got 3 bench spots left. And I think I'm going to take Chase Brown. I know it's a reach, but if he hits, then I'm feeling good. So I got 2 bench spots left, and then my kicker defense. We got 4 rounds left. And let's look at this team. Get rid of you. So here's what we got. Lamar Jackson, Etienne, and Brian Robinson as my starters. Tyreek, Drake London, and Devonta Smith as my receivers. Dalton Kincaid is my tight end. I mean, he could be the number 1 tight end. He's the only guy in Buffalo to catch passes. Then you got Tank Dell, Jaden Reed on the bench, Gus and Chase Brown. I mean, if this guy hits, that's fantastic. If he gets like 75% of the carries or even 60% of the carries and he gets the goal line carries, that's fantastic. He was awesome last year, albeit when Christian Watson was hurt, but he was awesome. I think he was actually, when Watson was on the field, he was the target monster. But you never know. And then Tank Dell is more of a, there's 3 guys in Houston to catch passes. 2 of them will probably be good. I'm hoping that it's Tank Dell and probably Nico Collins. I love Nico Collins this year. I just haven't drafted him much. So I'm going to take both my bench guys next. It's probably going to be, he's week 12 bye. He's week 14. I don't need a quarterback. I don't need a quarterback or a tight end in this league. So another one. So I'm probably going to go wide receiver and running back. I want to try to get Jackson Smith. This is the one I want right here. If I can get him, I'll be really happy. And if I can get Jerome Ford, I'll be really happy. But we got a long way to go before it gets back to me. Let's put the draft results back on so you have something to watch while I sit here in silence. And this is how, okay, there went the silence. It was that quick. This is how you handle a no running back or a hero, right? For a hero, I took one. If I was going to go no running back, I would have taken like Drake London and maybe Devontae Adams or DK Metcalf. And then look, I didn't take anybody else. I got all of my other players. And then here, I just hammered a bunch of guys who, if any one of them hit, it doesn't matter which one it is. If any one of them hit, put them in my starting lineup with these guys, and it's a really good team. And that's the way that I like to do no running back, or in this case, hero running back. What do they call it? Hero, or I forget. There's another term for hero running back that I don't know what it is, but I like hero running back. Zero or hero is what I like. Zero running back, hero running back. How are we looking here? So is this guy gone? Fat Thor. So that is a Fat Thor, I believe, is a reference to the Fantasy Footballers podcast, which I listen to every day, and they call I don't know Leonard. No, I forget what player it is. Is it AJ Dillon? No, I forget what player it is. There's a player in the NFL they call him Fat Thor, and it's funny. I was gonna change my team name to the nickname of another one just so that guy would see it and go, "Oh, he listens too," but then I didn't. All right. Goff. Yeah, this is not a bad one. Goff and Daniels is not bad. Kind of back up your rookie with a safe guy. I think that's a Jeff Radcliffe thing. Safe and I forget what the other word is he uses. Look, this is such a wasted pick. I'm telling you, I can't stand that people take kickers. You know, this guy has Stroud. I mean, there's all these guys that could be something that he just lets slip because he wanted to take Harrison Butker, who I guarantee will not be the number one kicker. But he's always the first one chosen. Him and Justin Tucker are always the first ones chosen, and they're not the number one kicker. People take Justin Tucker just because he kicks 60-yard field goals. Well, you only do that a couple times a season. And, you know, the rest of your stuff better be good, or you're not going to be a number one kicker. Anybody only have one have no quarterback or no tight end yet? Oh, this guy. He doesn't have a tight end yet. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, I like this too. Jordan Love with Caleb Williams. Really, really good quarterback. Potential to be a really, really good quarterback. So that's good too. These are the guys you take at the end of the draft that you're probably going to cut anyway. So why not take chances on them, you know? I'll tell you what, if I get Jerome Ford, there's a chance I start him in week 1 against Dallas. There's a chance. So no Nick Chubb. It really depends on what Deonta Foreman looks like in practice. Zeke goes. Trevor Lawrence. Is that it? No, that's not the first quarterback. He has Richardson. Trevor Lawrence goes. Let's scroll up if anybody wants to see the first 5 rounds, 6 rounds. Yeah. 4 receivers, 2 receivers, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. So only 2 of us did 4 receivers, and his build is pretty boring. It could win, I don't know, but it's pretty boring with these 2 running backs. This guy scares me so much. I feel like he can get broken in half, and he'll either have like 30 points a game or he's gonna get broken in half. I had him last year in the league. My buddy wanted to draft him, and I was a little nervous, and he was awesome for us. He got us a couple of high weeks, paid us some money, but then he got hurt, and I was so nervous to use him the rest of the year. Oh, Trevor Lawrence getting dragged down. Why is he still playing? Holy cow. It's got to be the second quarter by now. Oh, 4.5 minutes to go that's probably his last snap. 4.5 to go in the first. So we're at 40 minutes right now. So this draft's going to take about 50 minutes. That's perfect. And then I'm going to go into the living room and sit on the couch for an hour. Then I'm going to go to bed because I got an early tea time tomorrow. Somebody took Jerome Ford. I really like that. Come on, Jackson Smith. Get back to me. Just get back to me, Jackson Smith. Come on. And give me another running back here. Let's see. Oh, I really like Charbonnet. I'm half tempted to take Dobbins to go with Edwards. And if one of them gets hurt, the other one's pretty good. And I really love Khalil Herbert. I know DeAndre Swift is in Chicago, but I feel like he's the better running back. Khalil Herbert. I might take a chance on him too. I really like Charbonnet though. Let's go all players. No, I don't want all players. I don't care about defenses yet. Let's go flex. Hawkins is another one you could take and throw on your bench. Right now we are like this: Charbonnet and Jackson Smith. Two guys from well, there went Jackson Smith. Damn. So I had 3 Seattle players in a row. Holy cow! All right, so Jackson Smith just went. Yes, he did. Oh man, that's disappointing. All right, let's see. So we're definitely gonna go Charbonnet. Let's look at wide receivers. Players. Let's go wide receivers. There's gonna be some out there. Ken Coleman, Jameson Williams is interesting. I mean, why wouldn't you want somebody in a really, really good offense? Brian Thomas for Jacksonville is kind of interesting as a rookie. Yeah, right now Jameson Williams is kind of interesting. Again, he's done nothing, but he's talented. He's not injured. He's not, as far as we know, gambling, because that's what got him suspended last year. All right, don't take any of my players. Come on, one pick to me. Don't take any of them. You can do it. Come on, don't take them. Right here, don't take them. Yes, the Jets defense. Why? Because it's good. They still got to play Buffalo twice a year. They still got to play Miami twice a year. All right, who'd you take? You took Tua. So I'm definitely going to take Charbonnet. And if Kenneth Walker goes down, that's a great pick. And then I'm going to take Jameson Williams. It's a complete and utter guess. I got one bench spot left, so we'll put him on the bench. And with my next 2 picks, I will take a defense and a kicker. I will be the first person done, which is kind of cool. Let's go players. Let's go back to here. So you got Atlanta getting Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. I don't hate Atlanta in that game. Who does Seattle play in week 2? Week 2. Seattle is Seattle's at New England. Okay. That's good for the first 2 weeks. Who do they play in week 3? Miami. So I'll have to drop them after week 2 if I get them. Let's hope I get them. I think I still have them here on my list, and they're way down. They're way down the defensive board, way down here. So they didn't score a lot of points. So I think I got a chance at getting Seattle. Oh, the Browns are still out there. They played Dallas in week 1. I don't think I would like them in week 1, but who do they got in week 2? At Jacksonville. They beat up Jacksonville pretty bad last year. And then they got the Giants. That's not bad. I think Cleveland's going to go before it gets back to me, though. And then the Raiders, man, those are 3 pretty good games in a row. And then at Washington, okay, that's 4 really good games. Heck, I might take Cleveland, A, because I'm a homer and a fan, and B, I just have to get through the first week with them. Boy, did they go already? Standings, draft results, not yet. I might put Cleveland up there instead of Seattle. Seattle, I like their first 2 weeks, but man, where's Cleveland? Let's put them up there too. Again, I'm a homer, so at least it'll be fun to root for them. And that's if I get them. We still got a long way to go before it gets back to me. And that 14th round is probably going to be a lot of defenses and kickers. So let's see. Let's watch as I sweat through my favorite team who just got beaten up by Green Bay in preseason game 1. See if we sweat them getting taken. This was actually a fun draft. It was more fun than I thought it would be. I thought there'd be some auto drafts. I thought there'd be some crazy people. But when you put money down, even if it's $20, when you put money down, people take it more seriously. I'm very happy about that. This has changed my opinion of Yahoo just a little bit. All right, it's a tight end run. I don't know why the guy with Pitts decided to take Fryermuth, but okay. Yeah, these guys have 2 tight ends. I don't understand that in a 10-team league. There's going to be tight ends on the bench, you know? And by the time you get to your tight ends bye, you're going to have injuries. You might have IR spots where you can pick players up. Somebody might bust and you drop. I mean, there's a lot of time to pick up these players. I don't think you need to waste roster spots. 2 quarterbacks. These 2 I get. Love and Caleb Williams I get, and Goff and Jaden Daniels I get because they're rookies. You want to start the safe guys, but if these 2 guys hit, I mean, you got a good team. Okay, Dallas goes. I'm sure I'm going to get a pretty bad grade from Yahoo because of the way I drafted. You know, that second running back spot's pretty weak right now. But after the first couple weeks, we'll see how it is. I feel like it'll be better because one of these guys will hit. I'm actually pretty excited about Chase Brown this year. In fact, he could be my week 1 starter if he starts to take over in training camp over from Zach Moss. Brian Robinson's a pretty good player, but you know, they also have Austin Eckler, who's, you know, was once really good. I don't know if he still is or not. Oh, all right, we're getting okay. We're coming down the 14th now. Jacksonville's looking pretty good. Again, it's preseason, it's backups, but every time I look up, they're gaining yards. It's not Trevor Lawrence anymore. I don't know who that quarterback is. Is that my boy Nick? What's his name? CJ Beathard? I did a draft back in like 2017. Deshaun Watson was a rookie and he was my quarterback. It was a $1,700 league. And I was way out in front of everybody else, just way out in front. I was on my way to winning a championship. I was sitting at the Cleveland airport in November, Thursday night, and I read Deshaun Watson tore his ACL. And it was such a horrible thing. There were still like 3 or 4 weeks left in the regular season. And I picked up whoever was San Francisco's starter. He got hurt the very next week. And I picked up CJ Beathard, who was San Francisco's 2nd or 3rd string. And he led me to having the most points. But when it came to be playoff times, I just didn't have the team. And I ended up finishing 4th. I won my money back for having the most points in the league, all because of Deshaun Watson's scoring so many points as a rookie. But then I had to rely on CJ Beathard. Apparently, he's Jacksonville's backup. Cleveland's defense went. That's kind of disappointing. But I still got Seattle sitting out there for the first 2 weeks. Again, they have, who do they have? They have home against Denver and whatever quarterback they start. And then on the road, was it New England? I mean, you know, Jacoby Brissett's not bad. I watched him play for Cleveland last year. You know, they didn't win many games with him, but statistically, he wasn't bad. Seattle. Don't they have New England? Yeah, at New England. So that could be, you know, I might look at defenses after week 1, but I need a kicker too. I'm just going to take whoever's on the top. I don't really care about kicker. Even though I am pro kicker, I don't care which one I get. I always look for a late bye week. Like let's look at Evan McPherson of the Bengals because he's bye week 12. Not bad. All right, so we're going to take Seattle. And then we're going to take Evan McPherson, and we're done. Our team is officially finished. So if I look here and here, whoops, not there. Here, this is the team. We've got Lamar Jackson, Travis Etienne. Right now, Brian Robinson. It could become Chase Brown. Tyreek Hill, Drake London, and Devonta Smith. Dalton Kincaid is our tight end. And then Evan McPherson in Seattle. And again, Seattle's just for the first couple weeks. They have good matchups. Then you got Tank Dell, Jaden Reed, and Jamison Williams on the bench for wide receivers, and Gus Edwards, Chase Brown, and Zach Charbonnet on the bench for running backs. I mean, I really like it. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but I think there's a lot of good players here and a lot of potential here. And if I can get even one of these receivers and one of these running backs to hit, I don't even know if I need the receiver. I mean, I have 5 really good ones. Then I feel like I can compete. And let's let it get to the end. And I want to see if it gives me any kind of a draft grade. It may not do it until like an hour after you draft, or maybe tomorrow. What I might do is I might wait to post this until Sunday, just on the outside chance that either tonight or tomorrow morning while I'm golfing, I get some kind of an email that says, here's your draft grade, and then I'll put it at the end of the video so you guys can see. But let's get to the end here before I stop recording. 5 picks to go. Apparently this guy's going to use the whole 60 seconds to pick his kicker. He hasn't taken one yet. Yeah. It's a tough choice which kicker you're going to take. Just take the one at the top of the list. It doesn't matter. Take Fairbairn. Kayemi Fairbairn. Unless he logged out and that's why. He's taking it all the way down to the wire. Just take Fairbairn. Oh, Cameron Dicker. Okay. That guy has a kicker already. He needs a defense. And the next guy needs a kicker. There's your defense. Here comes your kicker. This guy already has this guy has his defense and his kicker already. So he's going to take a player here. If he would have taken that player here instead, it would have been a whole lot better than the player he takes here. And this is not going to make a difference for him. I mean, you look at all these players. I mean, imagine if he said, I'm not going to take CJ Stroud. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take somebody like Malik Neighbors here. I'm going to take a chance on Malik, who could be great. Then I'm going to wait until we get all the way down here. I'm going to take Jordan Love. And then I'm going to go down here and take my kicker. I mean, that team is so much better. And yeah, you don't necessarily know if Jordan Love's going to be available, but you do know that Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, Tua, one of those is going to be available. I don't know. I'm criticizing someone I don't know. I shouldn't do that, but that's the way that I look at that draft. Two picks to go. This guy needs, this is the guy that, I mean, I guarantee whoever he takes right here, he's going to cut immediately. Unless he just cops out and takes a quarterback. I'll bet you he takes a quarterback. Let me see if I can guess it really quick. Quarterback. Oh, they all stink. Justin Field? No, Cousins. Boy, I should have taken Cousins. Set up my little stack. See, I didn't get a stack in this draft. I usually get a stack, but not this time. Take Cousins. Take Cousins. Yeah, I didn't want to force the stack if I didn't have to. I like having it. That means I have to root for Lamar Jackson in this league. And as a Browns fan, it just hurts me. Hurts me. Keon Coleman. Okay, I mean, potentially, that's not a bad pick. Potential. But I'd still rather have it the way that I mentioned. I'd rather have Malik Neighbors than Keon Coleman and then everything else that I mentioned. Last pick. And draft complete. That guy hasn't picked yet. Did he? Oh, he took Philly's defense. I wonder why it doesn't show up. That's weird. So do I click? I guess that's it. That's weird how it says on the clock. I guess that's it, everyone. Let's look at the standings. Oh, it's got me 8th, and it's all because of the running backs. Look at this. All right, wait. Oh, it's because people took 2 quarterbacks and I didn't. And then you get a lot of points there. So I'm not too concerned about that. All right, everyone. That's it for this draft. I'm going to wait a little while before I post it. And if I can get a grade up, Yahoo's grade, just so we can point and laugh, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll post this sometime Sunday afternoon. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to y'all next time. All right, I'm back. It's only been about 5 minutes since the end of the draft, and now I'm standing, and yeah, I'm wearing a different shirt. Don't ask. My report card's in, and I already know the grade, but I stopped the page as it was loading so that I could read the recap, because I haven't read the recap yet. So we're gonna do that together. So here we go. Let me refresh the page. It should open up. Come on, there we go. So Jerry's mediocre team draft. I got a C+, and that's pretty mediocre, which is about right. So here's what it's gonna be. It's gonna say your second running back stinks. So secured graphics C+, 8-7 record. So keep that in mind right there. 8-7. Predicting me to finish 5th. Well, I'll take 5th. Well, no, I don't want 5th. I want 1st. But it's not, 5th out of 10. That kind of stinks. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. It loves that I snagged Lamar Jackson at 41, beating their ADP of 36. But see, they don't like this, right? Brian Robinson Jr., his ADP is 98. I took him at 81 just because I wanted a second running back that early. It's fine. It likes some of this stuff, I guess. Here's over here. Here's what we got. Oh, here we go. All of them. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at those two. Oh, this is the one I think I was criticizing. Oh, good. Okay. So here's our projections. 13-2, 11-4, 11-4, 96, and then me 8-7. Okay. And then here's the current power ratings. I'm 6th. Are these points? I don't know what these are. I think these are probably points. What else do we have here? It's just going to go through some players. Nothing exciting here. Just a bunch of players. And then here's my bye week points lost. I don't know what that is. Each play. Oh, this is the number of points I lose during the week when all my players are on bye that week. So in week 6, I got a bunch of players on bye. I'm going to lose 95 points. That makes no sense. Scheduled by opponent's points. Yeah, I don't understand what any of this stuff means. I don't care either. Let's look at the team that I criticized, which I think is this one right here, that they project to go 11-4. So I'm a C+. I think this is the one I was criticizing. Second place, Glory. A.J. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brandon Ayuk. Got no problem with that. Laporta, a little bit early, but he's really good. Aaron Jones. See, this is a dead zone running back right here. This is 5th round. He could easily bust. Easily bust. Their team, the offense isn't going to be that good. They're going to end up starting either Sam Darnold or a rookie quarterback. He could easily, I would not have taken that guy because it scares me. Then you've got Stroud, Kirk. Okay, this isn't the same guy that I was. Yeah, it is. There's Butker, Addison, Xavier Worthy, Dallas's defense, Jacoby. Yeah, this is hilarious that it gave it. This is the one I was criticizing, and it's going to say it's second place, 13-2. So let's keep in mind, or 11-4. So let's keep in mind this as I talk about it each week, because believe me, I'll remember. And then we'll look at the first place team. Let's see what they did. A+, amazing. McCaffrey, I'm worried about him. Kyron Williams, I love Kyron Williams. He's injury risk. Josh Allen has no one to throw to, except for my tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Pittman Jr., like him. Mark Andrews, I have him every year. He gets hurt every year. Pickens, quarterback situation makes that scary, but he is really good. McLaurin, Chubb, I mean, he's not going to play for a while. Hollywood Brown, Kansas, I don't know about Hollywood Brown. Jonathan Brooks, not going to play for a while. And Njoku did not play well with Watson. All his points came with Flacco. Tua, pretty good. Tyler Lockett, he's on the downside of his career. Miami, Jason Sanders. This guy loves Miami, apparently, because he's got Miami, Jason Sanders, Tua. Anybody else? No. Okay. All right. So anyway, those are the two teams that were projected to finish first and second. I do believe mine is better, but we'll see. And I will do recaps on this throughout the season. Thanks for watching, everyone. Next video is probably going to be Chicago, Minnesota, third quarter APBA football.